Hi, I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Morgan.
And this is our U.S. History 1 project on the 1920s. In the 1920s, the KKK was not only hostile to blacks in World War I, but Jews, Roman Catholics, socialists, communists, and other foreigners. By 1925, they had around 4 million members.
Oh my God.
The St. Valentine's Day Massacre was on Valentine's Day, and 6 members of the Bugs Moran gang were shot in Chicago by the Capone gang, which is led by Al Capone, obviously. Then, at 7:52 a.m., May 20th, 1927, Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic Ocean from New York and landed in Paris. And he had no radars or maps. On August 18, 1920, women were granted the right to vote. This is what we call the 19th Amendment. Through October 1929, for a month, stock market dropped rapidly. Most of the 16 million stocks that were sold were worthless now, causing people to be homeless and penniless. This was called the Wall Street crash. Readers.
Popular music. Whispering. The artist is Paul Whitman and his orchestra. After the war, he formed Paul Whitman Orchestra. He moved to New York in 1920 and made his first record. Crazy Blues. Artist is Mamie Smith. It promoted other companies to find female blues singers, also helped other African American singers to get record deals. Swanee. Artist is H.A. Jolson. Highly acclaimed American singer, comedian, and actor. He first open Jewish man to come out and entertainment star in America. And When My Baby Smiles at Me. And the artist is Ted Lewis, one of the best-selling jazz bands of the 1920s, and was Columbia's record best-selling artist. And I'll Be With You in Apple Bottom Time, and the artist is Charles Harrison. Back to you, Mackenzie.
This is our entertainment and fads of the 1920s. In the 1920s, a popular dance called the Charleston was created by James P. Johnson. Here we will have Morgan.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the example.
In the 1920s, also Kool-Aid was invented, and the original flavors were cherry, lemon, lime, grape, orange, strawberry, and raspberry, along with root beer. But the radio became a big hit. TV was not invented, so families and friends would tune in for comedy shows, news, live events, jazz, variety shows, drama, opera, and other things that you would now find on TV. People called flappers were big fad then. They would cut their hair short, smoke or dance, and apply makeup in public. And they also did the Charleston. They were kind of like rebels, and obviously they were girls since they wore makeup. In 1922, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich became famous. It became famous then because Gustav Papendick invented a process for slicing and wrapping bread, which meant kids could safely make the sandwiches themselves.
Interesting facts in 1920. September 1920, the first Mickey Mouse talking film released by Walt Disney. Betty Boop. Is that it? Betty Boop was not created until August 9th, 1930. Betty Boop was based on an actress of the 1920s. Red lipstick was interesting. It was very popular in the 1920s. Hair dryers invented in the 1920s. Before that, women would connect a long hose to a vacuum exhaust pipe and dry their hair.
KKK. Important sports topic and events of the 1920s. Steve Donahue wins the Derby for the third time in 1921. He won 6 times altogether, being dubbed champion jockey. Water skiing is born in the 1920s thanks to Ralph Samuel, son of Minnesota, invented water skiing. He used 8x9 wood and an iron ring and 100 feet of cord. Babe Ruth breaks home run record in 1920s, exactly 1929. George Herman Ruth hit a total of 60 home runs. Henry Seagrave drove his car, the Golden Arrow, and reached a record of 231.44 miles per hour in 1929. Greyhound racing was introduced in Great Britain. The U.S. introduced it to them in 1925. As it became more popular, tracks were being built in 1928, and the National Greyhound Racing Club was established. Read that one. Okay. There's very influential people of the 1920s. Warren G. Herring was very influential and respected United States president. He was the 29th president. He was in office after World War I. He was successful. He also helped raise the hiring rates during slump. Marcus Garvey was also the most influential black leader. He was always helping different groups in the U.S., and he also created an American gospel of success to inspire higher racial pride. Learn how to spell. Bessie Smith was a singer of the classics, blues. She loved dancing and singing. She joined a group and then started going solo later in life and changed a lot of lives. Babe Ruth was a baseball player. He was a good and a bad example to kids. Example, chewing for bad. He was the most famous and best baseball player, in some opinions.
Here comes the right there.
Louise Brooks helped.
Stop looking over there. It's the camera.
Landed a 5-year contract with Paramount Pictures and also made her own book. Soon she became very important to the world.
Oh my god.
Stop it.
No, I didn't keep going.
There was many great movies in the 1920s. An example of this is Everybody Smiled. Before this girl's death, she was poisoned at the age of 26. It's a story of when 2 young friends were raised on a farm and ran away together. Seems very interesting. Way Down East is about a country girl named Anna. She was tricked into a sham marriage where she becomes pregnant and the guy leaves her. Now she can't find a home for the baby. Bulldog Drummond. Officer Dog searches for adventures. He helps rescue an old uncle from the nursing home. He was being held captive. Speedy. Railroaders tried running a grandpa's house drawing bus service. His granddaughter gets help from Arnold Speedy, then has a horse race. Madam X is a sad story which the heroine becomes pregnant and is forced to give her son up. She returns and kills the man.
Look at the camera.
What? You guys have a good day.
Are you guys done?
And that is our news for today. I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Morgan.
And this is 1920s news.
Have a great day.
You too.